to check out Copa America 2024 quarterfinal between Venezuela and Canada that will air on CVM at 8 p.m. tonight and also on CVM Plus. Also, a brand new episode of Holy Road is this Sunday with the one and only Celine.
No more Copa, no more Copa?
No. Well, let's see. And that is this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Please, you don't want to miss that either.
If you missed out on anything or you just want to rewatch your favorite segments, especially the ones with me and Andy, we've got you covered on our YouTube channel. And that's going too fast. I can't read so fast, guys. Check us out on our Instagram at Sunrise CVM and at CVM_television. We hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Enjoy your Friday. We love you so much. And we'll see you soon. Over to the round table, guys. Enjoy. Bye.
The liquor dog love to see such fun and the dish you run away with. Come now, come now, come now. Who no see me dish? Who no see me dish? Anybody who no see me satin like the dish? Who no see me dish? Who no see me fire? Rough. We would like to express our sympathies to those affected by Gilbert. While Gilbert water come in me room, the sweep out song with me broom. The liquor dog love to see such fun and the dish run away with the spoon. Come now, who no see me dish? Who no see me dish? Anybody who no see me satin like the dish? Who no see me dish? Who no see me dish? Anybody who no see me satin like this? Come, dish take off like flying saucer. The roof migrate without a visa. Bedroom full up of water. Me in and the dark, no light, no one. And true, me no have no generator. Me say one cold beer cost $10. Me fish and me meat spoil in the freezer. A pure bully beef full up me structure. Cup full of bully beef, full of bully beef. Me can't get fi cook, so me full of bully beef, full of bully beef, full of bully beef. Me can't get fi cook, so me full of bully beef. Come, water come in a me room. The sweep out song with me broom. The liquor dog love to see such fun and the dish you run away with the spoon. Water wet up me shoes and now wet up me hat. Wet up me dog and wet up me cat.
You mean me what? Not know me what's it not. Water wet up me what's it not. Good morning, Roundtablers. Welcome to the Friday edition of the Roundtable. I am your girl, Celine, and with me this morning is a full house. Lady Extravaganza, Gianna, and Associate Clinical Psychologist and Clinical Director, Dr.
At Dr. K.D. Morgan and Associates, we're all billet.
Okay. And our very own Miss Pearly grandson, or Andrew.
Yes.
Yes.
All day, every day.
All day, every day, Andrew. Welcome to the Roundtable, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for
All
having
right.
me.
What are we getting into this morning? How was Beryl for you?
Beryl
was a lot for me.
Because you still don't have light.
I still don't have light. Shout out to Min, thanks for the bathe. Because I don't have water when I don't have light.
Electricity.
So, and it's hard with a small child.
Yes.
My neighbors now got backlight. I haven't gotten backlight.
I hope you're nice to your neighbors because they'll be like, ha ha.
Well, it's not my neighbors on the same side. It's across, you know, where I am is practically country, even though it's in Kingston. So they're pretty far away,
Gotcha.
but you can see that all of them have light and all of us on this side do not. And then JPS went and closed my ticket of my report saying that I was restored. I was not restored. Please make your
Gianna
way.
is complaining.
GPS take note.
But Andrew brought up something that I wanted to ask. He said he thinks that people should know to take their solar
it started
panels.
with me asking what would Love in There sing about today, because in 1988, 89,
It was satellite
the
dish.
satellite dish.
Yes.
So if I'm going to sing, say, Uno Simi, whatever, what would it be? And I think it would have been the solar
Panel. I think so too. I think it would be solar
I see
panel.
sense in that.
But then you said, who would know if you take off the solar
Take
panel?
off the solar panel. I think it's
I wouldn't know.
what?
I wouldn't know.
I don't think anybody took off their solar panel. I don't think one person took off their solar panel.
Who took off them
Did you?
solar panel off?
Me not have none.
Well, Well, that's the next thing, because solar panel not cheap.
Exactly, it's your investment. And if the roof is likely to go, everybody knows in a hurricane, the roof is what's most vulnerable.
Yes.
We think.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Oh, so
if
then
I
the
put it top
solar
of the roof
gone
is
with the
dead.
roof.
Well, maybe the solar would hold down the roof.
No.
No,
I don't think
Gianna,
so.
hold on.
The weight? Help?
Done. Finish.
I don't think
All right, well, let's get into the social buzz of the morning. Oh, yes, this is mine, right? This is mine? Is it coming?
We don't take anything seriously. Nothing at all.
Listen, I understand though, and I love that social buzz because it's actually a depiction of what's going on environmentally, globally, you know, just with why we're getting more Beryls and more.
So you intellectualized the
I did, but it's also a way of coping.
Yeah,
so
it's
that,
a coping mechanism.
isn't it?
We
It's a-
use humor as a coping mechanism.
Absolutely.
Like, we're so
Yeah,
serious.
so I love that. I love that. I'm glad he was unharmed. But
Yes, definitely.
And we also need to stick up in here to say to people that in this day and age when going viral is so viral, it is interesting that it is important that you actually do self-preservation first.
Yes,
Because
yes.
I
Take
feel
care of
like people put
themselves.
themselves at risk
Yes.
just for that one viral video.
one viral video.
For a viral video.
Well, the hope for that.
yeah.
yeah, okay. But what was your social buzzies? Not that one? Did you see any videos that you thought?
The lady who's sitting on the rooftop.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Holding down the zinc?
Yes.
That could have been so dangerous.
But I don't think she was trying to go viral. I think she
Yeah, no,
really
she
was
genuinely
trying to
was
save
hoping to
her.
preserve. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, up next, bag of things. Gianna, is that you?
That's me. So I love when something happens, you buy something way in advance and it just works out for something else that you never even thought. I bought this years ago thinking, oh, it's so cute. I love old things. I love things that look vintage, all those things. So it's like this, let me show you. It's a radio. That is so cute and like nostalgic. Where's it?
Does it work, Gianna?
Yes. So hold on. It has an antenna.
But the antenna
And
pop
so
off.
no.
Well,
It's like you don't see it's a C type,
Okay.
and you have to plug it in
Okay.
in the back. And listen to me.
No,
During the
that's
hurricane, this thing like did the work for me. I was able to listen to the news reports and everything during the hurricane. And like it's so funny because when I had just ordered this, my Johnny took it from me saying, "No, this is too cool," because we use it for Bluetooth and stuff like that because it's really a Bluetooth speaker. I know. And then when I said, he said, "There's an antenna in it, you know." And when we put I said, "Does it work?" And it worked. And I'm like, hold on, wait. It wasn't just for looks. It was like, I know.
Well done.
Well done.
Yes.
Listen, I see something hot coming. Abby, thank you, Abby.
That looks quite stealable, actually.
No, I'm telling you.
My
I
husband
know.
stole it already.
All right, so we're talking about hurricane bounce back. Hurricane bounce back.
Hurricane bounce.
What
Yes.
does that mean? All right.
Wow.
So we're talking about the mental effects experienced by a hurricane. That tells me why you're here.
Yes, doctor.
But let me tell you, I think it's a very real thing. So I usually check up on my parents, and as a matter of fact, we migrated to their house just so that if anything happened, they'd be
Awesome.
okay. But I noticed that my mother was, even though I felt like she had everything she needed, felt like she needed to go to the supermarket to buy something, more things.
Yeah.
Anxiety?
Yes.
Right, anxiety, right. So there was that anxiety going on, and you know, for everybody in the house, there was just a heightened sense of tension and anxiety. So talk to me about that. I don't think we think about mental health during...
We think about it probably when we're in it, after we've been through it, and we're suffering or we're going through the effects of it, the anxiety, the heightened anxiety, which is normal when we're in situations like this. It's not our norm, though, you know, we have the season for it. It's a threatening experience for a lot of people, so, you know, feelings are going to run high. But in order to really prepare your mental state and be good mentally, it happens from before. So just like how we're supposed to be, you know, taking care of our properties, securing the vehicles, all of these things, we're supposed to be taking care of ourselves. Right?
What does that look like?
Yeah, what does that look like?
So connection is important, so making sure you know where your loved ones are, everybody's all right. If there is a situation where you need to leave your home, you need to evacuate, what is the plan? Everybody's aware of the plan. You talk among yourselves about, okay, this is likely what is going to happen, especially with your children. A lot of our kids don't know what a hurricane feels like, right? What disaster feels like. Okay, so it's going to be normal that you're going to be having these big feelings. You're going to be anxious. Mommy and daddy are also anxious, so it's pretty cool. Right? We can talk about it, and it's learning how to manage it as well. So teaching them the different skills, and then we can take it a little further for those persons who have had traumatic pasts. Some of these the experiences within, like the hurricane,
so it's triggering.
It can be very triggering. So what does that look like? Hopefully you've been getting some help, so you can employ some of the strategies, the mindfulness techniques, and the deep breathing, and the progressive muscle relaxation. And then, again, connection. I can't stress connection enough, how important it is to stay in contact with people you love. Right.
You know what, it is, and I feel you're coming, Andrew. It really is hard, though, I think, to have that presence of mind to do some of the things that you're talking about. And I know we talked about humor earlier, so I'm bringing you in, Andrew, on this. How you think, you know? Yeah,
I'm listening, and I feel like when it comes on to dealing with things in Jamaica, there are different realities that people are faced with. Oftentimes, when we're trying to come up with a coping mechanism, as it were, we reference the textbook way of dealing with things. But because our situation can be so unorthodox, it is oftentimes difficult to make prescriptions based on a textbook. Because when you're talking about people who are in the country, who are already, you know, lacking a lot of basic amenities, people are, there are people, I know I have folks in St. Elizabeth who, once they learn that the storm was going to be passing there, them know it's a done deal. Them know so the whole stuff will go. And so it's hard. So having conversations and reassuring each other and ensuring that you secure the necessary amenities and so on and so forth is not always, it's not always ideal, our circumstances. There are people who struggle to even secure a candle.
The basic amenities.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
and so sometimes it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. And then connection, as you've pointed out, is a big thing, except that the minute the first drop of water come and the first leaf on the tree tremble, things turn off and we can't be in touch anymore.
Take time talk, Andrew, because they had things to say about that. They said, no, we're not going to do that, and then it happened anyway. But Gianna, I see you looking.
So for me, hurricanes are very triggering. Because where I would go, like my evacuation plan, so to speak, there is none anymore. I don't have that sort of support system here anymore. And so it's like I am reminded that I'm doing this myself. So it triggers me a lot. And then now I have a baby. And so this hurricane for me was a little traumatic because it was like, he's 2. I don't know what his reaction will be. Luckily, it was great. He was so interested in everything. And he ran, you know, to each window, looking outside. I had to be like, stay away from the windows. Because you know, what also triggers me is the fact that my Johnny works in an industry that can't stop for the hurricane because they provide food and stuff like that. So he can't stop. So when everybody else got to go home at noon the day before, he's still there And so I'm trying to deal with everything myself. And it's by myself.
Oh, Lord.
And there's a
a
2-year-old. So for me, it wasn't, it's just not the experience that you want.
Right.
And then for him, he ends up home in the evening trying to do what he can to make sure we're safe. And then the next day, it's still trying to do things when most people can probably take a load off and wait for it to pass. He's still trying to make sure that things are happening and, you know, something happened outside and it's like, okay, we know we shouldn't go outside, but at the same time it could be more dangerous if we don't. So then we have to, so the choices that we have to make and the things, and remember, we don't have a manual. It's like literally, this is an emergency. What's the best thing? And you really don't know. You're just hoping that based on what they've told you, what you've learned, what you've read up, like, okay, this is me. I was telling them in the dressing room that I turned into a meteorologist, like knowing where the eye wall is. Okay, so there's a lull right now. We can go get it round and we can secure it, and then it's coming back though, so we have to hurry. You know, so it's that sort of thing.
That kind of
it's just very tense
emotions
and
that you have to
panic.
go through. But I must give credence to the meteorologist that told us information, because I feel like they were on point.
Oh, yes.
Yes, they were very much on point.
Yes.
So big up to the meteorological Center of Jamaica.
Yes, ma'am.
The Met Service?
The Met Services, yes. Big up. But you know what, Gianna, I have a 4-year-old too who we tried to talk to and we tried to tell. And he had a response I didn't expect. So he was looking forward to what a hurricane is until the hurricane landed. And then all of a sudden, the high winds happened, and he said, no, I don't want to look outside. And then I realized that, no, hold on, this is not fun for him as he displayed. Right, and so there's something a little bit much, too much, that he's not willing to take in just now. So that was something that I read, that I didn't know was coming, I didn't expect. But let's talk about PTSD then, and think that, because now I'm realizing that the emotions of everything is a lot more than even the hurricane itself, right? So when we talk about post-traumatic stress disorder, that will happen, what, after?
After a traumatic event.
A traumatic event, and this may not be the one that's coming now, that's imminent, but it might be from a past experience.
Yep.
So how do we, Mr. Psychologist, how do we deal with this?
So I want to go back to something that you mentioned about, based on the Jamaican reality, the different things I reeled off a while ago. Yeah, they sound textbookish, but they actually work. But you're right in saying that we have to also think about people's realities and what is actually first. So when you're experiencing trauma, you don't feel safe in your body. So you have to teach people how to feel safe in their bodies first.
Whoa, when
powerful.
you don't, that is powerful. All right, wait, so I'm gonna stop you there and we're gonna come back after the break, feeling safe in our bodies.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, man. That's powerful.
Thank you for staying with us, and the topic is Hurricane Bounce Back, the mental effects of dealing with a hurricane or natural disasters. It's time for oh, no, it's not. Is it time for final thoughts? No. Yes, it's time for final thoughts.
But I wanted to hear
but with talking about feeling safe in your bodies.
Yes.
Wow. So yeah, when we experience trauma, our brains are rewired, our DNA can be rewired, and so it's about anxiety and trying to control everything, and a lot of times that is focused on the outside, but we have to focus on the inside so we can then take care of what's on the outside, because then we have to figure out what we really have within our control versus what is not in our control, and then focus on what we can control so that we can better manage ourselves and impact positively the circumstances.
I like that. And then it goes back to what you were saying about just the textbook versus the reality.
Absolutely.
If you can do that inner thing and really just control, then it will. So what are your final thoughts, Andrew?
My final thoughts, are that two people can experience Beryl in two completely different ways. You know what I mean? Depending on where you are and how the waves and the gusts and the whatever travel. But I really want us to be mindful. In my final thoughts, I want to dedicate that to two set of people. One, the people who are out there working, trying to restore normality.
Yes,
I
yes,
feel
yes.
like, I know you don't get your light yet, but I'm asking for grace on the behalf of the electrical engineers and so on who have to be working overtime now, trying to restore that. And I really also want to say shout out to CVM workers. Them do a piece of
Look here. Look here, man. I'm proud of my station.
Listen.
Yes.
Trust me. So, yeah, that's fine.
So that's it. G?
My final thought, so I've been listening intently to both of you. My final thought, though, is like sometimes it's hard for you to control, you know, the whole thing is about control, right? So you're supposed to be basically controlling your reaction at least, or how you see these things happening. And sometimes it's just really hard. So I think that my final thought is that the work probably starts way before hurricane season. So we should try to focus on ourselves a little more throughout the year, and then maybe we'll be able to control what we can when the hurricane
So
comes.
being proactive rather than reactive, right? I love that. I love that. My final thought, I go back to what you said about just zeroing in on the inside and quieting that before you can deal with everything else on the outside. Otherwise, you do get anxious. You do get, and then PTSD afterwards,
Trauma.
which
Everything comes
all
with.
kinds of
Everything
things.
comes with.
Yeah, and you need to be strong, if not just for you, sometimes for a lot of people outside of you.
No, you need to be strong for yourself.
You need to be strong for
so that you can be strong for others.
It's that mask put on first
put
before
yours
you deal
on
with
and
anything,
then
right? Before any, right?
Yes.
And so in bracing, we need to be strong for ourselves first. Thank you so much, Beryl Billet.
Thanks for having me.
Miss Pearly grandson.
Yadi.
Andrew, it was good. And thank you so much for tuning in to us this morning. I really hope that you are restoring and being safe where you are. And I know that Paul will return to you. Power in every sense of the word.
Absolutely.
And
See what you did there.
yeah, remember to be good and be on purpose. All right.
Stand by me. So darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me.